Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing an unboxing. But for the first time ever, we've actually got a Chinook taking off right at the start of an unboxing. For those of you who don't know, I live right by this Chinook base and there's always these Chinooks kind of like taking off and landing, and whenever I do unboxings I always try to like capture any Chinooks taking off or landing if I'm doing an unboxing at the time, and as I did, this guy took off. So we've got another Chinook here. I believe that the RAF have actually recently retired a couple of their Chinooks. I believe their fleet has gone down from like 60 to I think 50 now. But here you can see this guy departing off to, again, I don't really know where. Again, they head off to like the docklands, like where the Navy's ships are and all that, and I know these can actually land on the Type 45 destroyers and of course the aircraft carriers, so I don't know whether that's where he's going off to, or I don't know what they're really doing, to be honest. But there he goes, and he might come back later on in this unboxing. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start this unboxing. And so with that, we're going to get on with this video. So we have another unboxing here today. We're going to be unboxing 3 different aircraft. They are 3 of the same type, but they're slightly different each. You probably all know what these are going to be. And we have my cat coming across. Yep, just sit right in front of the camera. That's great. I don't think I've ever had this much of a chaotic start to an unboxing in my life, but there we go. So this model here, this one is from the Bedfordshire diecast store. This is probably one of the best places to get kind of like the rarer models. They specialize in rare Gemini jets, Phoenix, NG kind of models. And then the other box we have is actually off to the side. I'll bring that in a little bit later because I've actually already opened that one. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and open this box. Okay, so here we go. This model I'm very excited for. It's very similar to some other models I have, but this one in particular is a very, very rare one. This one I got from the Bedfordshire diecast store for I believe £90, which is of course very expensive for a 1:400 model, but I believe it's worth it. It's quite an old one as well, as you can probably tell by the box here. This is a Gemini Jets limited edition model from the 1990s, and just judging by the sound of the box as I like flip it around, I think it might be broken, but there we go. I'm taking the bubble wrap off of this box. Oh, this looks incredible. This is a very old model. This might be my oldest model yet. I'm not sure exactly when this is from, but you can just tell by the box that this is incredibly old. Look at this. Okay, here's the cardboard ring that was around the box. This is a special thing to say this is a limited edition model. Only 1,000 of these were ever made. Nowadays, Gemini Jets produce thousands and thousands of like their regular models. So this is very, very interesting. And inside here, you can see we have the model. Now, the good thing is that noise that I heard, it wasn't a broken piece. It was this card here. This is a card just to say that this is of course a limited edition model. You can see on this card here that this is the 884th of 1,000 of these models that are ever made. And on the back here you can see we've got a picture of the actual aircraft. You can see what aircraft it is now, but you know, there we go. And then inside the box you can see what plane it is. It is of course the British Airways 747-400 in the Utopia Hong Kong livery. So as many of you know, I'm trying to collect all of the Utopia 747s in BA's fleet that Gemini Jets produced. And when looking at all the ones that they've ever produced, this is one that I thought I wouldn't get just because of how rare this model is. But here we are, 90 quid later, we have the limited edition model, and without further ado, let's go ahead now and open this box. Okay, and then inside here we have the plastic cradle, and we can take that off to reveal the model inside here. It is a very, very nice model. It's not color damaged, which is something you usually get on a lot of the older models. But yeah, it looks really, really good. There's nothing broken about this model, and that looks absolutely amazing. But before we take a closer look at this model, we're going to be unboxing the other 2 models that I got for today's unboxing. And again, these 2 models, I did already open these because it came in a massive box, and truth be told, I didn't actually think it was a model when I first got it, just because the box was so massive. And it's not a big plane or anything, it just came in a massive kind of box for no reason. And these are also other limited edition models. We have the 2-piece box set, Gemini Jets, Australia, British Airways, Utopia livery kind of set here. These are the 2 Australian livery British Airways 747s. If you remember back to either, I think it was October, we unboxed the double set with the 2 737-200s. This one is a double set with the 747-400s. I know they've made quite a few of these. They've also made a triple set with, I believe, 727s as well. I'm mainly just interested in the 747s. It would be quite cool to collect some other Utopia liveries as well, but for the most part I'm just trying to collect the 747s. One thing I do have to say actually is the person I got this from, this is an eBay model. They've taken care of this box and these models because these are almost like brand new. If you compare the way this box looks to the 737s I got, this one is in a very, very nice condition. But without further ado, let's go ahead now and open the box to reveal the models. And there they are, inside this giant cradle here. And so here we have the two liveries. We have this one inside here, wrapped in the same fashion as all the other Gemini Jet 747s at the time. We've got this nose piece here that we can take off. And then secondly, sliding the box across, we've got the second one, which is this 747 in the other Australian livery. Got the nose piece and the plastic on top. And yeah, just like that, we have these three new wonderful additions to the collection. We've got, of course, the Hong Kong livery here. And then we've got these two Australian liveries. Now I won't go through these models in great detail just because essentially these are the same three models except for the tail. So I'm just going to be taking a look at the tails of these models. So first off here we have the Hong Kong livery. Now I'm calling it the Hong Kong livery just because that is the place that this livery represents. Each one of these tails represents a different place around the world, and this one is Hong Kong, as you can tell by the thing that says Hong Kong there. And this livery depicts some Chinese calligraphy. This is a poem about boiling water. I'm not exactly sure what the significance about this poem is, but British Airways in the 1990s thought, you know what, we're going to put this poem about boiling water on the back of this aircraft and use that as the livery that represents Hong Kong. And here we have the next livery. This livery is one of the liveries that represents Australia. This livery is known as Wnala Dreaming, which I believe translates into English as kangaroo dreaming. This livery is meant to depict the natural colours of Australia. And this is a portion of the livery that was designed in 1994 for two Qantas 747s. I believe those were painted and put into service at some point around the same time as this aircraft. And that would be another model that would be really, really cool to get. And then the second Australian livery is this. This is Nalanji Dreaming. This livery was also designed for a Qantas 747-300, I believe. And this, I believe, is a replica, or at least based on some artwork from some Aboriginal people. And this livery was designed to kind of promote the environmental preservation of Australia. And honestly, I think out of all of the British Show's Utopia liveries, the Australian ones have to be my favourite, just because they're so vibrant and there's so many different colours and they're really nice colours as well. But with that being said, and with all of these three aircraft kind of gone through, I'm now going to add these in my cabinet with my other Utopia liveries, and I'm going to show you once that is done. Okay, and here we go. This is my, well, this is kind of like my retro cabinet. This is basically a miscellaneous cabinet at this point, but I just have a bunch of my retro aircraft in here. Of course, I primarily have these British Airways Utopia liveries in here. I'm not much of a retro collector. I do also have some American chromes down here. These were originally in my North American cabinet, but my North American cabinet is getting unbelievably full. So I just had to put these in here along with some of the other retro aircraft that I have in here. But the thing I want to show you here is these Utopia 747s here. The collection's coming along pretty well. We of course have 7 in here now, and I know there are more, and I'm hoping to get those ones as well. We have of course the Chelsea Rose livery, the Scottish Tartan livery, we have the livery that represents South Africa, we have the Netherlands livery back there, and then back there we have the 2 Australian liveries and the Hong Kong livery as well. And then up here we've got some 757s and those 737s as well. Again, I'm not really trying to go for all of the Utopia liveries. I know there are quite a few out there. I'm just trying to go for these 747s because of course the 747 is my favorite. There are a couple others that I know I need to get. Of course there's the Irish one, the Polish one, and some others out there. But for the most part, I'm pretty proud of this collection because I've managed to obtain most of the rare ones. Most specifically that Hong Kong livery, that's the most rare in this cabinet. But yeah, the collection's coming along pretty well, and yeah. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Again, if you haven't seen the unboxing for these 4 at the front here, I will leave that linked at the end of this video. But apart from that, I want to thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.